Welcome to episode 7263 of the Smith Boyer D podcast. And today, Daniel is putting the D in the Smith Boyer D. So, welcome back. It's hard getting Daniel. I called him, when did I call you? A month ago. And he's like, let me check my calendar. And he's like, next week, no. The following, no. Week after, no.
Busy guy.
Let me pencil you in on the 20th. And I'm like, we're in May, Daniel. We're in May. Who has their calendar that filled up? But we appreciate you carving out time for us. I'm sure there was something very important that you pushed to the side for today to be here. And so, I'm just grateful we got Daniel. Will, how's it going?
Daniel's got to figure it out. He knows that supply creates demand, right? So the harder it is to get him, the more we want him. And yeah,
I've got you guys right where I want you.
yeah, well, it's working.
The more you want it, the more you need it, right?
Yeah, he really is on his way to being our first paid guest, even before we get paid. Be like, we got to scrape together some money to get Daniel on.
Yeah, I know how to play my cards.
He's got other podcasts lining up to get him, so.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
We're fighting over what is it, Rogan and so some of the sports podcasts, I think.
Yeah. There's
Fuck
an
it,
unreleased
fuck it.
episode out there somewhere that you guys haven't seen yet, but be on the lookout.
I will give you, I will transfer you my 401k for 4 episodes. Can we sign a contract today?
I would take that.
That seems like something you're giving up very easily, so I don't know how much value there is.
I mean, literally, if
worry
it's
about the
$100, is that not worth it?
Yeah.
I mean,
For
how much
4
money?
episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a big commitment.
That's $25 an hour, That's pretty good money.
Is it really just an hour? I feel like you guys go for like an hour and a half nowadays.
We're
You guys
working
have a lot
on
of things to
that.
talk about.
Yeah, we're scaling it back.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Quality over quantity,
It was good, nice short week, the holiday, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Seriously. Wow.
We get paid Juneteenth, so it's pretty cool. Yeah.
We over here at our undisclosed company name don't really care about that.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. I don't think you could say that, Daniel. You're going to get
What do you mean?
shit canned.
Joey, did we have the day off?
Well, I don't think that means that we don't care about it.
Well, obviously we don't care enough about it.
So,
Okay,
Jared,
okay,
all the people
well.
that don't get all those kind of holidays off, they always get pissed, but it's really just because they're jealous. They lash out about how all the stupid holidays, but really it's jealousy.
No.
Off, right, Will?
I stand with those people, and so I believe I should get the day off to celebrate that. But
I believe you should too. But
Yeah.
I have Fridays off
people?
anyways, so I had a 4-day weekend.
Yeah, that's with me. I got Fridays off, so I had Thursday
Yeah.
paid. Yeah.
Daniel, you're not allowed to
I'm
say
taking
those
Monday
people.
off, so yeah.
Well, because I'm not in the in-group, I'm not one of them. So, what are they but an other to me?
You're digging yourself a fucking hole. I mean, this is getting a little, risque
you
to start off
wanted some
the
excitement
episode.
on your podcast? That's what I bring. That's why
That's
I'm in such
fair.
high
Like,
demand.
it's better Daniel than any of us. Like, I mean, he's at least a person
That's
of
true.
color.
Yeah, you guys are afraid
But-
to rock the boat.
But remember, though, now Daniel
Fair.
was born here, not so there is a little bit of, I don't know. It's not, yeah.
Well,
What does that have to do with
a
anything?
lot of black people are born here. Like, it's still,
Well, I know,
there's still a person of
But
color.
I'm just saying, but you're saying it's almost like he's gets a free card to say whatever he wants. But
I mean, I'm sure
Not-
there's still a lot of
still
black
not
people that
really.
didn't get the holiday paid either. So,
that's true.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
And
Yeah,
that's
they
kinda
should be really
fucked up.
pissed off. Not
Yeah.
Daniel, who's Asian and
Right.
pissed off. Yeah.
Hey,
So,
there was a period of time when we were oppressed too, okay? We built your railroads.
The Vietnamese.
People of my
Yeah, he is.
complexity.
You're not Vietnamese.
Yeah, you are.
Joey keeps thinking I'm Chinese.
No, I thought you were Japanese.
So, okay. We're all the same then, huh?
Japanese.
I didn't say it.
No?
Well, see,
You
Are
guys
you
are all
Vietnamese?
thinking it.
Yeah, yeah. Chinese built the
Oh.
railroads. Japanese, we had internment camps. The Vietnamese, I don't know if we've oppressed them all
No.
that much.
They came
Hey,
over in the
you
Vietnam War.
invaded
and
our country.
They steal our fish.
We helped your country.
Yeah, we helped you. You're right. We helped your country.
Unless I was part of the North and you
Yeah.
killed my people.
Were you?
Were you part of the North?
No, but like I'm
Okay.
So we're on the same side.
I feel like we would have known if you were part of the North at some point. Yeah. You probably wouldn't be coming on our podcast. You'd be like,
well,
"Fuck
you
these
don't know. I
guys."
could be a sleeper cell.
That's true. You never know these days. You never know.
I hope we got a chance to educate some of our listeners about some Asian American history here. This is,
Yeah.
we're educators.
Here's what I want to know. Like, okay, so like imagine you're a business owner, right? And let's say you got 10 employees and 9 of them are white and you got one black guy and Juneteenth rolls around or ML King Day. Like, I mean, are you looking at that guy like, do I give him the day off pay? Like,
Is he gonna be
like what's
pissed?
going through your mind around these holidays?
Isn't it almost like more racist if you just give the black guy?
Yeah. Or if you don't offer it, like you got to at least offer it, don't you? I mean,
Yeah. Either way, you almost just have to give everybody the day off and just say screw it.
I was
mean,
thinking
bet.
about this. When did Mustafa leave our company? Was that before
Jesus.
or after Black
Daniel,
History
You're just
Month?
going down every wrong avenue you can go.
I'm just saying, like,
Okay.
what if he was like he got let go, right before the month, so
He
it
didn't
wouldn't
get
have to
let
like
go.
He
He
quit.
didn't leave. He left.
maybe that's because they didn't give him Juneteenth off in the past. He was just like fed up with it,
Maybe.
No, they let him go before like Black History Month, like the whole month. They're like, no, we're not dealing with this shit. Like,
See,
he's
yeah.
Did anyone vet this Daniel guy before we let him on our podcast?
What do you mean?
I just
I'm
got
bringing
it's
the
awesome.
important issues. Okay, as a podcast full of white men, you should talk about racial issues.
I mean,
I
it's
don't
funny
think so.
where I work. There's no, people of color, and we still get Juneteenth off.
Yeah, but like you said, we talked about it last week. Like you said, you're like a national company.
Yeah,
so
national company, so-
countrywide or not,
Right?
nation-
They'd have to.
Yeah, there's probably
like
a
you just
ton.
brought up, like that company. They'd have to do it throughout their whole company. So.
Yeah. But
From an
works for-
optics
it works for you,
perspective,
right?
it looks like once again white people profiting off the back of colored people.
And Jared, yeah.
I worked, Daniel.
I did too.
Okay. Let's
Okay.
not generalize a statement about everybody.
There's some undertone.
I will have you know that never mind. I won't say it. What
Yeah,
movie did I go see?
leave the hot takes to me.
I could say this. It's actually pretty funny. So like I told Dan and Jared one time, I was like, my other buddy Dan, and then that I was gonna go see this movie. And I can't remember which movie, but it was about slavery or something, or about the South. And remember, you guys were like, dude, that's like an all black person movie. And I'm like, no, it's gonna be good. And I went in there. I was the only white dude in the whole theater, and the theater was packed too. And it was just like, and then another one that I went to see was remember when Barbershop came out? Like,
Yeah.
I went and saw that on opening night, and so because I was an Ice Cube fan and stuff like that, and I get that one. I was the only white dude in that whole theater, and I was like, Jesus Christ, that one was at least a little more diverse. I think a lot of white people saw, but that night,
So how'd
I was
you
the only
like
white dude in there.
seeing something like that, and like a funny scene comes up, and all the black people are laughing? Do you laugh, or is it kind of like
no? But there was a lot of like, I don't want. I'll kind of generalize it. I don't know. I know not all black people laugh outrageously, but there's always a couple that just laugh so outrageously that you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And so it honestly, Barbershop, like I couldn't even laugh. I was kind of annoyed, like at how
Right.
over the top, and the jokes weren't even that good. But the other one that I saw was more of like a serious movie, and so
more
I
drama?
didn't- I didn't have to worry about it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I enjoy learning about the history, like the movie Glory that we brought up that Will probably still hasn't seen. But I like watching these films and documentaries on stuff like that to see how, like, because it is cool to see like how they overcame stuff like that in the shitty way that it's just awful to see like the way that people treated them, and like it's so sickening. But like to learn, like right, so that like you have more knowledge about it, and so I don't know.
Well,
So
I
that's
would
mine.
say all the black people in the theater would probably like to see more white people in there.
Yeah.
So
I didn't get any dirty looks
I
or
doubt
anything.
anybody's like, what is that guy doing here? You know what I mean?
No.
I've heard a
So
comedian have a take of like movies like 12 Years a Slave. Like, who are they making that for? Like, really, why do we need to have a film that explores that or like relives that again? So I don't know. I'm confused.
what I don't get is how they get white actors, like, and especially if they're not racist at all, to like portray that racist owner, like
Leo
man,
DiCaprio
like the language they got to use.
in
Yeah,
Django.
yeah, Django and Chain. Like it's
Yeah.
like some of the
Good-
shit that they say in there. You're like, oh my god, like I
Good
wouldn't even
movie.
say that
Good
even if it
movie.
was just a movie.
But like, if Samuel
yeah.
L. Jackson tells you to say it, are you gonna say no?
Yeah, because
Probably not.
yeah,
Probably not.
yeah, because yeah, there's that whole story where Leo didn't want to say it, and then Samuel L.
Yeah.
Jackson's like, "Say it, motherfucker!" Like he's like,
Yeah.
he's like, that's the whole point, right? Is
Yeah.
that it's
And
supposed to
it's not
make
the
you
fact that
uncomfortable.
Samuel would tell me to say it. Samuel L. Jackson is a scary motherfucker. I would worry about him shaking my ass. Like, yeah, I'd be like, yeah, I'll say whatever you want. Yeah, I think so.
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
He fought a bunch of snakes on a plane too. That motherfucker's badass.
yeah, I never saw that movie.
You never seen Snakes on a Plane?
No, I heard it was dumb, so I never watched it. But yeah. So let's get this one out of the way. So Daniel, it's been a while since you've been on. We have now gained so much popularity that we've actually been getting some questions on just random fucking websites throughout the internet.
So you're on
and I
multiple
actually
sites now?
Mhm.
yeah, well, they see my name and they're like, "Holy shit, are you one part of the Smith Boyer D podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah." And so yeah, so they'll like ask me a random question, you know, just like AOL chat rooms or, you know, just whatever, just random
AOL
places.
chat rooms.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, those are still
Like,
pretty popular. Yeah,
Like Men
didn't-
Named
yeah.
Joey, we go in there and we talk, and you know, just random chat rooms. But so anyways, I got a question, and this fan actually has been waiting for you to come back. So this question is for you, Dan.
Okay.
So let's see, how does he pronounce this? Okay. 3 inches in my hands, oh yeah. Wait, hold on.
What?
Hold on. Hold on, Daniel. All right. I got to ask these serious because I don't want them to think that they're fake people. All right. 3 inches in my hands. Oh, yeah. 8338 says, Daniel, I'm a huge fan. How do you get your hair so perfectly spiked? P.S. Do you want to go on an adventure?
3 inches.
I don't know what the whole adventure part's about, but yeah, I mean, do you want to elaborate like how long it takes you to do your hair? Now, your hair is kind of unique. It's always kind of spiked, but it doesn't look like it has any gel in it.
He's
what
wearing a
kind of
hat
chat
now.
rooms are you hanging
Yeah,
out in,
hat.
Joey? Like, what are
Yeah.
I'm worried about these chat rooms you're in.
Yeah.
I don't want to disclose that.
Doesn't sound like an
but
AOL
yeah.
chat room.
Yeah. Hey. So what's your hair like, Daniel, when you go to work? Like, it looks like it has nothing in it, but it stays spiked. What do you do? Is it just naturally like that? Let's talk about it.
First of all, the only person who ever comments on my hair is you, Joey. So I have a sneaking suspicion that this question is not some random fan.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's a random question. I don't just make these up.
I don't
Okay,
think Joey would
okay,
have
Miss-
been able to come up with the name 3 inches, 1 hand. Oh, yeah.
unless it says something about
it
him.
doesn't sound like Joey at all.
So let's you
Just
guys are
answer the
making a
question,
joke.
Daniel.
Yeah, just answer the
this
question.
a fan took time to write this. Let's give it the respect it deserves. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I respect it. I get where they're coming from. Like, you know, you have a podcast full of guys who just wear hats or are bald. So
Yeah, so
one
why are you
time they
wearing a
see
hat,
someone with
Daniel?
hair,
Yeah.
I'm trying to fit in, you know?
It's kind of insulting that you're wearing a hat with your hairline, to be honest.
I don't have a great hairline. No, my corners are pushing back.
but we still haven't answered the question. Like, do you actually spike your hair up with like some kind of conditioner or something, or is it just naturally spiked up like that?
No, no. I mean, if I'm going out somewhere, then I put a little product in. But if I'm going to, like, I like the way that our company is very casual and they don't have any like protocol as to dress code. So I just show up to work with whatever bedhead I have. Sometimes I run it under the sink and it's just what it is. I don't really care. But if I'm going out, sometimes I put little like clay in there to give it some texture. But
I mean, at the same time, you have to
otherwise,
wear a hard hat sometimes too, right? So
sometimes, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But that's why like I go to work and I don't really do anything with it because what's the point of doing something with your hair if you're just gonna wear a hard hat and it's gonna get messed up anyway?
Well, somebody thinks it looks really nice.
Yeah, 3 inches.
Yeah,
I mean, there are PEs
I
that show up in sweatpants, so yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it is pretty casual.
Yeah. Also, might I say I'm a little uncomfortable with someone talking about my hair while they might also have 3 inches in their hand.
Yeah. On that note, 3 inches in my hands. Oh yeah, 8338. Thank you for your comment. Anybody else that has comments, let us know. We'll answer them on the air. We'll try to get special guests to answer them as well. Nothing's off limits here, you know. We try to be respectful on your usernames though. They're getting a little outrageous, but yeah. Yeah, so I got a good one for you guys. This actually just happened. Now, this may or may not have been one of my offspring. God, that sounds so dirty.
Yeah.
Maybe one of my children. So I get a call the other day, and they're explaining to me that that the bank called them and told them that somebody tried to withdraw 2 transactions for $2,000 and $5,000. Now, it just so happened that they just got their tuition check for exactly $7,000. Don't ask me how. I don't know if it was like an inside job on the first phone call or what, but it's very weird coincidence. And so they're like, okay, we're going to transfer you over to the fraud department, or not transfer you. You're going to call the fraud department. So the first number was actually from the bank. Now, whether they disguised it or whatever, I don't know. But then they're like, okay, write this number down. So this person calls it and they're like, hey, yeah, there's been 2 withdrawals attempted from your account. You need to go to the bank and pull out all your money before any fraud happens, which is bullshit because they would just cover it if it was truly fraud. And so this person's like, oh, okay, I'll go to the bank. So here they go to the bank, pulling out an excessive amount of cash, $7,000. The teller straight up asked them, are you in any danger? And they're like, no. And I missed one part. So the whole time, I'll just say she's on the phone with this person, and she pulls into the bank, and he's like, did you just pull up in a white car? So like, okay, so like,
That's
and
not
she's
weird.
like, yeah, she's like, yes, I did. And I'm like, what the fuck? So she goes in, and meanwhile, she's telling me this, and like every time she hits, like every 2 seconds, I'm like, that's a scam. That's a scam. Like it's just there's so many fucking signs. So she goes in, she gets the money, comes out. Meanwhile, this guy is on the phone with her the whole time. Like she's like, I don't know what to do. I'm so scared. And he's like, I'll talk you through it. I'll talk you through it. Like he's saving the day for her. He's like, go to Chase Bank and deposit it all into this account and you'll be safe. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, you better not have went to Chase. Well, I did. Yeah, I went to Chase and then they were closed. And then I was venting to the guy about how I'm screwed up because the bank's closed and I can't deposit this money and something's going to happen. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so she got through where 99% of all fucking callers would have hung up by now. And the only thing that stopped her was the bank was closed. And then he goes, give me your Apple ID number. I'll send you an account and you can do an ATM deposit. And then she called me and said that it sounded a little suspect. And I'm like, that's the point. That is the point, that it was suspect. I won't say her name because it should be embarrassing, even though she's telling everybody this story. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
I blame the parents. I mean, I don't know who raised this person.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, me too. I think I need to go back in time and start over. No, I'm just joking.
I mean, like if this is look, if this is like your 80-year-old grandma with dementia,
Right.
like, you know what I mean? Like that's what I expect this kind of stuff to
A
work.
lot of
for.
elderly people fall for that shit.
Yeah.
You don't hear about
If you're like
20s,
20,
yeah.
Well, she could be older. I didn't say who it was.
that's true. Like
That's
you said,
true,
you hadn't
yeah.
confirmed it, which is why I'm still blaming the parents.
Shake my fucking head, man. I was like, you got to be shitting me. Like at what point though? Like, there's so many. But here's the crazy part of it is like who, because she was in a white car and he's like, did you just pull up in a white car?
That
And-
should have been the big. I mean, well,
Yeah,
there
that's
should have
fucking-
been.
Yeah.
There should.
I
The
was like,
point. The
yeah.
point should have been before, when they asked to withdraw your money from the bank. Because a bank doesn't say, hey, I'm your bank, get your money away from me, right? Like, that's the whole bank's work. But, like, if I'm like, hey, is this your car? Like, that should ring some alarm bells.
Yeah.
He said he was watching her on the camera system. I was like, he could have knifed you on the way out and taken your fucking money.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
are
what
you
I would
doing?
be expecting, is that he was going to go rob her in a bank parking lot. I'm surprised when she got to Chase that she
Yeah.
didn't get knifed.
Because he knew she had the money at that point. So
I called the number back. I was like, give me that fucking number. I called it, and then he called me back. And I said, oh, you're the fraud department, huh? And he was like, what do you mean? And I'm like, calling people fucking trying to get money out of him, you motherfucker. Like, and he's like, and I was like, and then I just hung up on him because I started seeing red. But yeah.
Well, you should be able to, honestly, you should be able to, like, if that's probably his phone, like, he answered it like an idiot. Like, it's probably his personal phone.
I told her to call. She called 911. I told her to tell him it's a non-emergency and give him the number. So hopefully the guy gets caught. But yeah, it's fucking scary though, because like, I mean, either he was just perfectly guessing that she pulled up at that right moment and it was a white car, or he was watching her. But maybe he didn't have a good opportunity to get the money from her. But like, I think he had to have been watching her, right?
Well, you might have already known her too. You know what? Like, he might have already known. It was probably like, I have this strong feeling it was someone from her school, right? Because they know when all
they knew they
the
already had the
tuition
money.
checks.
Yeah.
They know when the tuition checks come. They know when all that stuff happens. So like, he probably already knows who she is.
Crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. Watch your children. Oh, I mean,
Well,
never mind.
for
Right,
other
fucking-
people, whoever's child
Yeah.
that was,
Cousins,
Or your
nieces,
grandmas,
nephews,
or
Yeah.
grandmas,
yeah, especially the grandmas. So yeah, what do you guys got?
I got some. I don't know. It's just, has any have any of you guys ever missed a flight? Like, well, like, I'm at the airport. I swear, every fucking day, like, you hear these notifications of, hey, last boarding for flight 686 serving flight Houston. We're still missing 4 passengers, and they read the names off, and they're like, doors are closing anytime now. Please get to gate to check in. And it's constant, like, throughout the day. And I'm like, are there this many people booking fucking, like, flights and then just not showing up? Or, like, showing up so late that, like, the doors are closing? Like, because I know the line, like, the TSA lines are not that bad. At least, like, we're pretty lucky at our airport. Like, I see them, and there's nothing that's, like, there's no, like, 2-hour long waits. Like, they're pretty good. So it just blows my mind. Like you can have like a family trip planned to go somewhere and just be like that person that like yeah, that literally is not there while they're closing the gate, because like they start boarding a half an hour early. I don't think I've ever been later than when they started boarding.
I almost missed one flight in Vegas. Jared was with me for that one. We were like,
Yeah.
we were coming down out of our rooms, and I'm like, oh yeah, let's go get some breakfast. And everybody's like, what? We got to go. And I'm like, we would be plenty of time. And like we were sitting there having breakfast, and then it took the fucking waiter forever to give us our bill. Like we were done eating quick. Like it wouldn't have been a big deal.
Yeah.
But what did it take, Jared? Like 45 minutes to get our bill and to pay. And like we were
Yeah.
trying to track him down and like going up to the fucking bar. Like it was crazy how long it took. And so then like I think we got up on there like right like at the end of boarding, but I don't think I still was. We probably had like an extra 15-20 minutes, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean.
But
Like,
that was the closest
yeah.
I've ever been.
And I consider like 15-20 minutes, like I consider that cutting it super close. But like
my daughter and her mom came out to visit, and she was flying back, and 6 a.m. flight, overslept, didn't get to the airport till like 6:10, so she missed her flight.
she missed it.
Oh yeah.
So we have a friend who I think everybody on here knows. I already mentioned his name earlier. He missed. You're gonna love this, Will. He missed 2 flights in one day.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So he was like, and he was venting to me, and I was like, dude, I'm like thinking, what the fuck is wrong with? So like, him and this girl he was dating at the time were sitting at the bar, and like they called their
So
names.
they were there.
They were there. They were there. They were drinking, and they missed their flight because they were like, we can have one more, and like I don't know what just the way when you tell me the story, I'm like, dude, what? So then like they go and they like give them like the next flight or something. Like they're like, okay, and then either he missed it again or he was very close to. He's like, yeah, we just kept thinking we had a few more minutes. I'm like, after the first time, like, why? I don't understand it. And here's the problem: was he was telling me that the bar was like kitty corner to where their gate was. They literally just had to walk across the fucking hallway to their gate, and it was like, yeah, he told me that, and I was like, dude, like you can't be upset about that. Like, and he was upset about the airline. I'm like, no.
That's on you.
That's on you.
You're 100% like those people that like miss their flights. Like those are the same people that will blame anybody but themselves. They'll be like, you know what I mean? Like they miss the flights and they're like, well, they called my name, but like they don't call your name when you have like a half an hour. Like they don't call your name when you got 20 minutes. Like when they call your name, like you need to be on your way there.
So when I worked in the airport, I've seen it happen a couple of times where somebody was overly drunk, like way over the limit.
Yeah.
And they got arrested. And you know damn well they missed their flight.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true. But
yeah,
and why would you? I mean, airport drinks are so fucking expensive, anyways. I don't even know how you could just sit there and drink and drink.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't flown a lot, but like in my whole life, I've probably flown like 12, 13 times, like between whatever, Vegas, California, stuff like that. But yeah, I've never been close. But the only thing that got me one time, I still was plenty early, but you know, they tell you got to be 2 hours early. And I think I was like an hour 45 early. And it literally took me like an hour and a half to get through TSA. There was one time I was flying out. I can't remember where I was going, but it took me forever. And I was like, what the and it was just like, it wasn't even moving. And I was like, that one had me worried, but I was there plenty early that didn't matter. But
there was a time where my connecting flight was late, so I missed it.
I have had that. And that's kind of out of your control.
But they fix it. They fix it for you. So
yeah,
I had a connecting flight that was like 5 minutes past when I was supposed to land. And we were literally like 10 minutes late, but they held the plane for us.
Oh.
So that was, I don't really consider that my fault. I mean,
no,
but yeah. But they did tell us when we were getting off, they're like, if you're on this connecting flight,
you need to
run.
hurry.
And we're like, yeah.
What about you, Daniel? You missed a flight at all or not?
We can't
Daniel,
hear you.
we can't hear
Daniel.
you.
We can't hear you.
Are you muted?
Hey, 3 inches in my hand is going to be pretty pissed off, Daniel. First, he doesn't see the spiked hair. Now you can't even hear you.
Yeah,
Oh,
he says he
man.
likes to listen to just your voice at night.
Yeah.
He said it helps him. We don't know what that means, but
And it's definitely not me. It's definitely somebody else. Yeah.
yeah. We don't know whose hands it is.
Well,
we can go back to Daniel here.
Yeah, we can
get
get
back to Daniel.
We got a little technical.
Yeah,
difficulty.
so I have a banana every morning. And they were out of my normal bananas that I get. And so I got these bananas and they're called organic or organic. I don't know if they're from Oregon.
I thought all
or
bananas were
whether,
the same.
Well, I don't know, but I gotta say they tasted the same. I don't know. Have you guys heard of these imported bananas or like what's the? I don't.
Yeah, I
understand
think
what
they're
the deal
foreign.
is.
They're more expensive, right?
They're from
Yeah,
Mexico.
they're like $1 more a bushel.
Yeah.
Isn't that what they call them? Bushels.
Bushels.
Bushel. Of
Bushel?
bananas?
Yeah, that sounds
I
right.
think so.
I think they're actually a bunch, aren't they?
Or a bunch. I
Yeah.
don't know.
But anyways, like, yeah, I think they don't last as long. I know that, so I think you gotta get to them a little quicker.
Huh. The other thing I want to talk about is here's one. Okay. So I've talked about this a few times on the show that I've been watching that 911, the original. And we've talked about Jennifer Love Hewitt a little bit. That lady, man, she fucking cries on demand. If there is an episode that she's not crying in, then she's not in the episode. Like her eyes are always welled up and then I don't know, they'd be like, oh, you just lost your job. And the tears just start flowing right. It's so, I mean, and I don't remember if she was that like, I really think that's a part of like good acting is like when a person can cry on demand. There's nothing worse to me than like if me and Will are having a fight during like, on screen and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm wiping my eyes and there's nothing there. It's like, come on. Like we want to relate. Like if you can't fucking make yourself cry, you're not that great of an actor. Do you guys feel the same way? Like, is that like not one of the important parts of acting, being able to like actually be sad?
I think that's one of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're like an actor and you're like, I don't cry, like you can ask me to do whatever, but crying's off the table. Like, it's probably not gonna work. Well, unless you're like an action hero, because no one wants you to cry then.
Well, that's true.
But if you're Jennifer Love Hewitt, like they're probably gonna want you to cry.
Like I'm trying to think of like the big ones. And I know we've talked about this too with the movie Glory. Denzel Washington is one of them. Denzel Washington can cry on demand and he is fucking great at it. Like he's really, really good at those scenes. And there are some actors, and then there's others when they hit that sad scene and they're like, it's just like, it's almost cringeworthy. Like it's so bad.
Yeah.
And you can tell like they're fake crying, you know. Oh, we got him back.
Is he? What? Oh, yeah.
I thought
we had him and we lost him.
I thought it said recording had stopped. It just says Daniel's recording had stopped.
Maybe he didn't like the crying, Dan. Maybe I hit a little close to home from him.
Well, I think he's creeped out about 3 inches in my hand. I mean, yeah, I think that got him going pretty good.
That's true. He didn't talk a lot after that point. So,
yeah. So anyways, yeah, it's just something that I've noticed like over the years, like that. Yeah, I just like, you don't expect, like you said, an action star or a comedian,
Right.
but a really good, like all around actor or actress should be able to fill all those roles. Like, yeah, I'm trying to think of like other people, but it's hard to think off the top of my head. But
Daniel, is that you making espresso in there or what?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
got a lot of background noise.
What? My gosh.
It's okay. At least we
It's
got
okay.
Daniel
Yeah,
back.
at
We
least
got
we got
Daniel
that.
back.
You know what? Honestly, I think probably it's harder for male actors to be
3
good
inches is gonna be
criers.
happy again.
Yeah. Well,
You know
not
what I
only
mean?
that, but
Like you said,
do you ever
Denzel.
wonder though, like what are they thinking about? Like they got to be thinking about something, right? You don't just do you think they actually can just cry on demand, or are they thinking of something? Like you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I think the real like good actors, like I think they put themselves into the character and try to imagine what that character is going
Embrace
through
it.
and use
Yeah.
that to channel. Like I'm sure any actor could like get some tears out and like fake cry, but I think the good actors are like really trying to be that character. So, but
So
yeah,
I
that's
have
a
a
good point.
question for you guys out there in the Seattle
The ether.
area.
Okay.
How's how's traffic been that the World Cup is out there at the good old Lumen Field?
It's been fine. I mean, if you're going through Seattle at the exact time, but I'm not working in Seattle, so
Well, that's
it,
that's the question. Is yeah, if you don't drive through Seattle, you don't really notice it. But I know, yeah, I mean,
I heard somewhere they were like shipping the homeless or trying to ship as many homeless out for the World Cup, or is that something
yeah, that's why I heard that
trying to
too.
get them out of town?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, well, because yeah, which makes sense. I mean, yeah,
Right.
because like they're, after all those soccer games, like
Football.
they're having football. They're
No.
having like, I mean, like they're having big part like Friday was USA versus Australia
Right.
and USA won. So I know that was a huge party in Seattle. I think earlier in the week was like Belgium versus Egypt. And I heard there were a ton of like Belgian people and
Oh,
stuff partying it up. So it really kind of just depends. I mean, it's like any other game really. I think Friday there was like I think it was the USA Australia, and I think it was a Mariners game that night too. So it
oh
was like,
shit.
but
Yeah.
but I know like my wife who works in Seattle, like they've like a lot of people that like can work from home have been told like, hey, during the FIFA games and stuff, if you want to like work from home and stay out of Seattle until this is over with, they are letting a lot of people, not go into Seattle during those times. But no,
so
no.
so I watched a movie. Now, I didn't do the quote thing that I've done in the past, but I do want to get you guys' opinion. So a movie, I was scrolling through, I think on Hulu or something, and I saw a movie that I've always heard about, but for whatever reason I've never watched. And you always hear a lot of recognition for it, like it's kind of a cult classic. The Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
Have you guys
Yeah.
all seen that all the way through?
Yeah.
Oh,
I have.
yeah. It's been so long ago. Like
I
yeah,
I had seen parts, but
yeah.
I can't honestly say that I've watched it all the way through.
I don't know if I have
And
either,
I've never
I
seen it. No.
did.
but I've seen so
You
much of
haven't?
it just from parts. Like,
Yeah, and I did, and honestly, I've heard nothing but good things about it. Like I love John Goodman. John Goodman was great.
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff
Right.
Bridges was, yeah, he's okay. Like he kind of plays his same role all the time. John Goodman's is kind of a good kind of fucking no shit whatever, but I don't know. I just kind of thought it was kind of dude, where's my car? Like
Yeah.
Dazed and Confused, kind of like a mashup of kind of some stoner comedies. I don't know. I didn't see anything that I was like, "Oh, I see why this movie's so epic." Like, I don't know. Did you guys feel the same way or
Yeah, like I
Well,
wouldn't go out of my way to watch it, you know. I would just
yeah, you gotta look at the time and when it was created. I mean, that's the thing. Is like we watch a lot of
Yeah.
movies now, and it just doesn't hit the same way, right? But I think at the time, yeah, I think at the time it was more impactful. But yeah,
Do you
it,
guys think the movies that are coming out nowadays will become cult classics in the future, or is that just something that is like a lost art?
that's a
I've
good
not watched a
question.
new movie in so long, so that's a better question for like Joey and maybe Jared. But
Yeah, like I think like honestly, one set of movies that I think will always be good is the yeah, yeah, Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
Hobbit, all those, hands up, fuck yeah. Legolas, ooh, Legolas. No, is the Avengers.
Yeah.
Is and I know like, most people say, "Oh yeah, well wow, way to go stretch one out there, fucking Joey." But like not just because it's like such a big name, but it was so massive. Like all the episodes, like and then so here's the thing, like I watched all the Marvel movies and I didn't realize that they were like sequenced. Like I could kind of tell like they were playing off each other, but I didn't know they were actually sequenced. So I went back and I told you that we were
Yeah.
working together. I went back and I rewatched them all from one all the way to Endgame, and it was like, holy shit, they actually do like follow each other, and it literally is like a 30 fucking movie like marathon. And I think that is the first one that's done that from what I can remember. I mean, there's been trilogies, there's been prequels, there's been whatever, you name it, but to have that many movies in a series, like all like kind of
Because I
bouncing
mean,
off each other like
you
that.
had Thor, Ant-Man, fucking
Yeah,
yeah.
I think those 50 years from now, people will watch it. It'll be just like Star Wars, to be honest. I
I
think
mean,
it's
I
gonna be
agree with that. I agree with that. But I also see those as like already having a backbone to build off of. Like they have an existing fan base. They have
yeah,
comics that like people can follow along, and those will always stand the test of time because of that. But like you have movies that
yeah.
like have nothing to base off of, and yet they're still cult classics today, like Pulp Fiction, Groundhog's Day, whatever, and those have nothing behind it that have a fan base to draw from. So I don't know if that's the same for movies nowadays that are just like original ideas, original premises that will stand the test of time.
I mean, we'll see, but there's definitely gonna be some out there. I mean, there has been examples. I can't think of any right now, but there has been examples of like low budget films that weren't supposed to do much that maybe came out 10 years ago that now
Yeah,
have a resurgence.
I
Like
mean,
I think
like Wedding Crashers or 40-year-old version or shit like
but
that.
but there's also
Yeah.
there's a difference. It's like, is that going to be like? There's a nostalgia for us because that's all our generation. Like in
Right.
20 years, our kids in 20 years going to watch those movies and be like, "That's a good fucking movie." I mean, that's the hard question,
Right.
right?
so. I guess okay. Let me ask you this, Daniel. So your question, because maybe I didn't hear it all correctly. So are you asking like if there's going to be like that cult classic that nobody knows about now, but in 20 years is huge, or are you talking about like huge movies that stand the test of time? Because that's a totally different conversation.
I feel like huge movies that stand the test of time because I think you can always discover movies and then like nowadays I think we produce movies of quality that like will stand the test of time because they won awards or they were just like genuinely good films. But you don't have a lot of like just dumb, entertaining movies that people go back to and watch because it was just fun and not necessarily because it was a good film. Like there's a lot of films out there that are cult classics that probably have very poor ratings, but because they're like funny, they they like carry on. But we have the type of humor we have nowadays in movies is like a little safe, and people don't like go back on it and like, oh, they wouldn't do this today,
Right.
those kind of movies.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah,
humor's changed a lot.
I mean,
Yeah.
This Is the End is one of my favorite movies, and I mean, and it's hilarious. Like, and it's got some dirty, raunchy comedy. I
Sausage
think you could
Party.
still find them, but you are right. And here's the problem: is now that here's the one thing I've noticed with all the streaming apps putting out movies, like it's great because I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, there's just nothing coming out in theaters. Like, I wonder. Like, I honestly don't think it's very long until we see no movie. It's just. I mean, like I was like before we got on here, I was looking at movies for tomorrow because I was going to go see a movie by myself for Father's Day. I think the kids are coming later in the afternoon. I was like, fuck it, I'll just go see a movie. And it's like I just so like I'll look at movies like once a month to see like what's coming out, and there's just nothing for comedy. Every once in a while, an action movie will come out, but all the comedies and actions are coming out on Netflix or Amazon Prime or Apple TV. Like it's just all streaming now. and it makes it it's gonna make it more challenging, I think, in the future. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Joey and
I
I
don't
were
know how
just
that's
talking
all gonna
about
play out.
that the other night. We signed up for Cinemark Rewards, and he's got like 12 free movies, and I got like 12 or 13 free movies, and we just never use them.
Yeah, because every month you get a free movie, and then it rolls over, and it's like, I'll never use the free movies I have now. Like, so it's just I don't know.
Because, I mean,
I
you
don't
still
know,
go to
but
the movies, you're still spending fucking $30, $40 on snacks and drinks and shit.
yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
not.
But I guess where I was going at with my statement too is like, so, there was a time, 15, 20 years ago when you had blockbuster movies coming out every month, if not twice a month. And every week there was still one or two like decent releases. Like now it seems like you get maybe out of all the streaming apps, maybe one movie a month. Like they're all taking turns releasing them. And in the theaters, there's not shit coming out. And so it's like, where did it, it's going to sound fucking stupid. Where'd all the movies go? Right. Why are there not a plethora of fucking movies? And everybody's like, well, the theaters are dead. And that's, like I just said, and I agree with that, but like, they still should be coming out to the streaming. Are they not making as much money? Like you hear that they're crushing it in the box office, like on these streaming apps, like they're killing it with the profit on these movies. Why are they not making more of them? Like, I just don't understand. Like, it seems like it takes like 2-3 months to get a decent movie out. Like, it's just,
The culture has changed. So like, and I can tell you from like Jen and I, like, I can't tell you the last time we watched a movie, but we watch series like on streaming apps. We watch all the series coming out, and that's just like what we prefer. And so it's just changed them. Like a lot of the streaming apps are investing in their own series, right? Because, I think they're cheaper. They run longer. You know what I mean? Like you have like an episode coming out. You don't like a lot of them don't have like super crazy CGI or the graphics. And because, and I think because people aren't going to the theater as much, like, I don't think the movie companies make as much when people just wait for them to come out on streaming as when they go to the theater. You know what I mean? Like, and like you said, like theaters, like, yeah, if you want to go to a theater, like, I mean, I used to go to the theater, my teens, kid, like growing up, and it's nostalgic for me too, like getting the popcorn, getting all the candy and stuff. But it's like
My,
crazy expensive now.
I mean, my friends and I,
Like,
we go once a week at least, every Friday, or whatever.
yeah,
But
like my little town on Whidbey Island had this little theater called the Clyde Theater that was like from the early 1900s, and we'd go, everybody, the whole, all the kids in my town would go every weekend. And, they just had like a little popcorn machine and some candy, and there were probably like 100 seats or something. But yeah, it was a big part of my growing up too. And then I always remembered like when my dad and I would come, it would be a big deal coming off the island, right? And we'd go over to Alderwood or whatever and go see a movie. And that was exciting. That was when I saw Pulp Fiction with my dad for the first time. And so that like, I remember I'm like, Pulp Fiction, that sounds stupid. And then we saw it, and I'm like, this is the coolest fucking movie ever. And I was probably like 13 or 14 or something. But yeah, I just think, I just think culture has changed so much regarding movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
think of
I
a
would
side
agree.
hustle. Go
No,
ahead,
I
Dan.
was just gonna say I would agree that the culture has changed a lot. Like I would say, I mean, I didn't grow up with it this way, but I think movies initially, at least the theater, was like a very social activity. You would go with your
Yeah.
friends to movies. You do like drive-in theaters, whatever.
Was your
It was like
generation still doing that, Daniel? Like, because you're
no
quite a bit
drive-in
younger than
theaters were
us.
kind of out the door for growing up in my
But
generation.
just normal theater. I mean, just like,
I
did you
mean,
guys?
even normal theater, yeah, even normal theaters, it was less a social thing because I think growing up in my age, we grew up in an age where internet and opinions were a big thing, right? And so now you have like critics and you can pay attention to Rotten Tomato scores, or you have like YouTubers who specialize in like film reviews. And so Before, you would just like watch a movie for the hell of it. You know, it's a movie coming out. I just watch a movie. But now you have like such a curated list of what's good and what's bad or what's worth watching and what's
Yeah.
not worth watching. And that wasn't a conversation you had back then, whether something
Yeah.
was worth watching or not. It's just
That's
let's go see a
true.
movie. Let's go hang out and like get popcorn or whatever. But nowadays, it's like this has to be worth my time. It has to be worth my money. That's a conversation we have to have before we go out and do something. And
It's
that's
funny
like
you
a shift in
bring
culture. Yeah.
That's funny
Yeah.
you bring that up because we've been to a couple movies where we're like 10, 15 minutes in and we fucking walk out because it's just shit. It was
Yeah.
just a shitty movie. But
When you said get popcorn, Daniel, I don't know why, but I thought you were going to say get pregnant. Like those were the good old days. You go to the movie and get pregnant and, walk on out.
I have some good some
Yeah.
good high school theater moments from my childhood.
Did you ever, like,
nobody got pregnant, but maybe it was close.
did
so.
you ever sneak into movies? Like you were underage, so you snuck into like a rated R movie or something like that?
No, I didn't. No. I movie
I never
hopped,
had
but I
to.
didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They never checked.
at my little theater, like they used to let us bring a note from our parents.
Oh.
So
Uh,
so like so like kids, they were like this. They were a small town, so it'd be like if your mom or dad would let you, they'd be like, okay, you can go watch it.
Because we would buy a ticket for like a PG-13, and then we'd go.
Oh, and then not
go to the
that
rated
one.
R movie.
Yeah. See,
Uh,
that didn't work for me. We had one theater, but you're right. In like the bigger ones, that's true. Yeah, you guys could buy any ticket and then just wait for the rated R movie and just go into that one.
My go-to theater back in the day was Kent Station, so.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think we talked about this on the show before. I think I already shared this, but Daniel's right, like about the whole aspect. Like I can still remember it was either Batman or Batman Returns. I can't remember. I was real young. And my dad was like, let's go see a movie. And my dad's not a patient man at all. And the line was like, we were actually pretty close in line. We got there early enough, but that was when you had to stay in line. There was no assigned seating. And so the lines wrapped around the fucking theater. And it's like, and they might have even had the spotlights going at that time. Like, remember they used to throw the
Down in Auburn,
spotlights
at
out
the
there
movie
for
theater
the-
there. Yeah.
for the grand openings or premieres. And yeah, it was pretty cool. I just remember like the nostalgia of it. Like I can just still remember like standing in that line and being like, holy shit. And like we got in there and we got our seats and my dad was pissed off the whole time. Like, oh, fucking God, wait 2 hours just to get in to see a movie. And, but yeah, I mean, it was a whole ordeal, man. Like you spent 2 hours on the, people take for granted now, like they go on and get their tickets a few days in advance. They go get their assigned seats and they're like, oh, it's a packed house, but they don't realize like back in the day, I mean, you had to go 2 hours if it was going to be a
Right.
fucking premiere or a packed house, like a new movie. And it was like a 5-hour fucking experience. I mean,
Yeah.
but
It's one of those things, like I think especially for like at least all three of it, it's like it's so nostalgic and like I miss the way I looked at movies and how important it was, like how big of a deal like that's what you did, when you were our age. And then like you say, going to see one with your dad was fucking like, or your parents was such a huge thing. And it's just not that way anymore. And it's like, it's like how we always complain about kids like going outside and playing. As where like that doesn't, the kids don't do that as much anymore, and like that's how we grew up. So it's one of those things that it's like it's hard to see kind of die and change like that because it was such a big part of our childhood.
yeah, I remember one time, I think there was like 6 or 8 of us that went and it was just a bunch of us friends. We were in high school and yeah, I mean, like we went in, we were the last ones in there. We were just teenage kids. We didn't give a fuck. And so we go in there, it's already a packed house. Like, and like, the moments that you show up late with like before assigned seating and you're like, okay, you're over there. Like none of us were sitting remotely close to each other. And it was like, we're literally just wedging ourselves in between fucking other people. And it was like, that was the way it was. I mean, that's how it was. Like, but yeah, I used to take my kids like every weekend. We'd go every weekend. I'd have them. We'd go see sometimes 2 movies a weekend.
We'd go
it
every
was,
like
one of our
Thanksgiving
things.
too, kind of a tradition.
Oh, yeah.
Thanksgiving
Yeah.
Every
Day.
Thanksgiving.
I've done that a couple years with my parents. We're not wanting to cook, go see a movie.
Yeah.
I think we went to then we went to the keg or something after and had their Thanksgiving dinner. But
Right.
yeah.
Well, I'm going to Monster Trucks tonight in the big town of Devil's Lake here.
It sounds like what they do
Hell
with
yeah.
Devil's Lake.
They're actually having a monster. Like, is it Bigfoot and like
No,
Gravedigger?
it's like
Gravedigger?
amateur.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Amateur. They're like Toyota Tacomas and Rangers.
Jacked up Tacomas. Oh, shit.
Dude, that one year we were back there, we went to that fucking tractor pull. Man, that's some shit. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, a tractor pull. We're just gonna watch some goddamn tractors pulling weights.
Oh, is that the one where they like
Jesus.
soup them up crazy and they
Yeah.
I've seen.
Dude, they're louder than the monster
yeah,
trucks. It's
yeah,
insane.
They're louder than like the top fuel dragsters almost. Yeah,
Yeah.
those things are crazy.
Yeah.
So. Shit.
Yeah,
So Daniel, we probably got about 5-6 minutes here. Is there any more racial things you want to? Oh, I got a racial thing to bring up. Will,
Great.
have you been profiled in your car yet with your new camera that you installed? Your dash cam?
Yeah.
Have you got
profile?
Your
Have you
dash
got to
cam?
use it?
Your dash cam?
Yeah, have you been racially profiled yet? Or-
Not yet. I mean,
Okay.
I'm getting pretty tan. Like I've been out in the sun for the last couple months, so I feel like I'm getting pretty dark. But no, still haven't gotten pulled over before. I don't know how dark I have to get before I start getting pulled over, but I'm not there yet.
You don't want to go past the point of blackface because it is not good.
I got
Oh,
pulled
yeah,
over the
you
other
just-
week
Okay.
for my window tint.
Really?
Yeah.
You think it's a small town thing? Like how? Yeah, I feel like it's more.
Well,
I feel
North
like the
Dakota, you're
cops
not-
here.
The state of North Dakota, you're not supposed to have any tint on your front windows.
Any?
Any.
Like I thought in Washington you're allowed like a 30 in the
30%?
front and then 20 in the back or something like that, or 30.
But
in the
North
front,
Dakota's
yeah.
like 0 up
Nothing?
in the front.
And that looks so stupid if you
And I'm
have
at,
like
like-
the back windows tinted and nothing in the front. It looks so stupid.
But I'm like 15% all the way around. So
Well, you think if you went 30 in the front, they'd leave you alone?
it would just look stupid anyways. I'm just going to keep it. He didn't write me a ticket,
Oh.
so.
I want to go
Okay.
100%.
Well,
You're
that's
gonna
that's-
crash into somebody.
Yeah.
That's
I
like
wanna
how
go
much
for
light it
paint.
lets through. Yeah, it could be
5%.
black
5% is limousine.
limo. Yeah, and
I just want to spray paint my windows. Yeah.
Well, I'm
Check it
gonna-
over.
I saw somebody driving by and they had, I swear to God, they had like writing all on their front windshield, like all the way down from the top, all the way down to the bottom on their front windshield. I'm like, that can't be fucking legal. You know, like the like cursive, I don't know, gangster letters or whatever. It's just like so stupid.
Well,
Well, I'd like to thank Daniel. I feel like when
Yeah.
Daniel's here, like he's got really good insight and question. He's got really good follow-up questions.
I'm glad
to
he
everything
figured
we
out
talk
what was
about.
wrong.
Yeah.
The technical difficulty
Yeah.
there. So
Me too.
I would like Daniel on as a regular, but he's
We
just
can't
too
afford
fucking
him yet,
busy.
Joey. It just means we need to get more money going in so we can afford Daniel.
obviously 25 an episode isn't enough. So
Daniel, will
No.
you at least grace us like once every like 3 weeks? Like, can we work something out?
Let's start with one.
If you can manage to get more fan appeal from people like 3 inches in my hand, I'll consider it.
Well,
Yeah.
Joey's chat room has a bunch more people like 3 inches in your hand. Joey's your
Hold on.
man.
Right,
Wait,
yeah.
hold on. Breaking news. Breaking news. 3 inches in my hands. Oh yeah, 8338 says, Daniel, love watching the show right now. Why do you have a hat on? Holy shit, we got a
Yeah.
live comment, people.
not sure.
I
that's-
didn't know you guys had live
Wow.
chats.
I'm pretty
thing
sure
on
that's not how
here.
this works.
I bet we can
Yeah.
get 3 inches in my hand to start sending super chats and donations.
Yeah.
right? like for
Yeah.
Daniel.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Pretty soon he's going to start
Yeah.
asking him to take his shirt off.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh my gosh.
So
Hey, would you guys consider doing a live stream?
You have to have like so many followers and all that. There's like other guidelines around it.
Really?
But yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, it'd be hella fun. Yeah. I don't think any of us would probably say no to that. But yeah,
Well,
I
I don't
think you
feel
have
like it'd
to-
be that different than what we already do.
Yeah. The only
And-
only difference would be you'd have live comments to read off of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
but we wouldn't though. We wouldn't apply
Yeah,
for
you
that.
would.
You wouldn't. Yeah.
No, I mean we don't have enough viewers for live subscribers.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But we're
What? I thought
getting
you
there.
guys had
I mean,
millions of
yes.
viewers. That's what you told me when I first hopped on.
Well,
200,000.
they all unsubscribed when your sound went off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, they were like, "What kind of piece of shit program is this?"
Yeah,
You know?
they got really pissed. They were here for you, Daniel.
All right, boys.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't know you guys have a
Boy, Daniel.
soundboard now.
We've always had it. Will just doesn't like when I use it. So
No, I think it adds.
Feels like
it
a,
adds
a
something.
radio show.
I've never watched the shows back. Does it actually like pick it up on the podcast? I don't.
I'm pretty
I don't-
sure. Well, I'd like to just thank all of our viewers, whoever's viewing
Yeah.
this. Our loyal
I noticed we had
viewers.
like 50 views on the last video, but no comments. So make sure you leave a comment.
Yeah,
you know?
they're probably there for Claire. So I feel like if we get like kind of Daniel and Claire going on, that'll boost, young, attractive people. That'll boost our viewer count,
Yeah.
So
Did you
I
say
think it's
Daniel's
mostly
attractive?
Claire.
I think Daniel's attractive.
Did
Oh.
you send me that message? Okay.
No.
All right.
Whoa.
We'll leave it at
Whoa.
that.
Mine's 8 inches in my hand.
Oh, shit.
So stand by for that
All
one.
right.
Oh God. I don't know
wish.
who 3 inches in my hand is, but I love it.
Anyways, thank you to all
Anyways.
our listeners and subscribers. We please subscribe, leave comments,
Hit
turn
that
on your
subscribe button.
notifications.
It doesn't cost anything.
Yeah, hit your subscribe. Let us know if you have any questions, stuff you want us to cover, and tune in for next week.